But then I have this one that I really like, and I think it's free, and it's called Notepad Free. Just the name suggests it too. So it's a good one. I've played with it, and I'm going to be demonstrating that, and you should take a listen to it. In keeping with our theme of text editors, I will be demonstrating an app called Notepad Free.
Notepad Free. Notepad Free. Open navigation drawer button.
When you launch Notepad Free, we are told that we're sitting on a button that says Open Navigation Drawer. That is found on the top left corner of the phone. Now, to the right of that, we're going right from there. And to the right of that, we find this text that says,
Hi, how are you? Tap to open. Last edited.
That's a note from the developer of the app. Now, going to the right from here, we have 3 buttons, and these buttons are
Search.
Search,
Sort.
Sort,
More options button.
and More options. Now, at the very bottom right corner of the phone is a very important button, and that button is the New Note button. Let me now put my finger down and go find that New Note.
New Note button.
That's our New Note button. Let's go back up now and look at those other 4 buttons at the top. We'll start on the top left corner, and that's with the one that says that Open Navigation Drawer.
Notepad open navigation drawer. Menu.
Tapping on Open Navigation Drawer, here are the items that we find. I'm not going to go into each and every one of these, but you know that they are here so you can look at them. Here are the items that we find upon tapping on the Open Navigation Drawer.
Notes.
We have notes,
Categories.
categories,
Edit categories.
edit those categories,
Backup.
backup,
Trash.
trash,
Settings.
settings,
Rate the app.
Reddit,
Help.
help,
Privacy policy.
and privacy policy. Let's go back up now to settings because that's probably the most important one that we would like to look at.
Trash. Trash settings. Notepad free. Navigate up button.
Tapping on settings takes us to the following items.
Theme. Changes color theme of visible elements and list.
Here you can tap and change it to either dark or light. By default it's light color. And below that we have
Password settings.
password settings. You can go in here and create a password to open your notes or protect your notes with a password. The next item,
Note list.
the note list. You can go in here and see a list of notes that you have. The next item,
Note editing.
note editing. You can go in here and customize how you go about your note editing. Let's take a quick look just for a giggle, shall we? Tapping on note editing, here are the things that we find.
Show note keyboard. Show keyboard after entering the note screen. Switch on and lit. Cursor position in the note. Cursor position after opening the note with keyboard visible. Showing.
Okay.
Switch save and undo buttons. Switches the save and undo buttons placement. Switch off. Switch save and undo. Save notes automatically. Changes in notes are saved automatically. Disabling it may cause losing unsaved parts of notes. Switch up. Confirm dropping unsaved changes. Asks for confirmation before closing a note with unsaved changes. Switch up. Open notes in red mode. Open notes in red mode by default. Switch off. Keep screen on. Keeps the screen from turning off after opening a note. Switch off. Disable text autocomplete. Disables phone keyboard's autocomplete feature. May cause side effects. For example, disabling starting sentences with a capital letter. Recommended solution is to disable autocompletion directly in the phone keyboard settings. Switch off. Draw lines in background. Draws lines behind text in the background. Switch off. Draw line numbers. Displays the line number next to the line. Clickable links. Clicking a link in a note will open it in an external app. Switch off.
And that's the last one. You could choose to include lines on there if you want, but for me as a blind person, I probably wouldn't have that line drawing. All right, now I'm going to go back. I am now back in the menu eye, and the next button we want to look at near the top right corner will be the More Options.
More options. But pop-up window. Select all notes and list.
You can select all notes.
Import text files.
Import text file. That means if you tap here, you can go choose a text that you want to import and work on. That's something stored on your phone.
Export notes to text files.
Or you can export your notes to a text file. That's what we find in the more options. I'm going to go back. Now let's go to the bottom right and tap on that new note button.
New note button. Showing English, US, QWERTY, keyboard. Notepad free. Enter title, edit box, editing.
Upon tapping on new note, it actually places us right in the title bar, and it is editing, and it is telling us to give it a title. So now I'll just say Notepad free.
Voice input.
Notepad free.
Next. Enter text, edit box, editing. Showing English, US.
I tapped on next. Now I'll go touch the title bar area to see if it got what I dictated for my title.
Notepad free, edit box, enter title.
There's my title saying Notepad free. Since my active cursor is now in the body of the note, I will simply go ahead and do a little typing. Of course, I'm going to do voice dictation.
Voice input.
This is using the little app that I just found, period, new paragraph. I hope that this is going to turn out just the way that we want it, period, new paragraph. The most important thing here, comma, is to make sure that this app is accessible, period, new paragraph. So far, comma, so good, exclamation mark, new paragraph. This now concludes our testing of the little Notepad free, period. Now I'll put my finger down, see what I dictated came out right.
This is using the little app that I just found. I hope that this is going to turn out just the way that we wanted. The most important thing here is to make sure that this app is accessible. So far, so good. This now concludes our testing of the little Notepad free, edit box, editing, enter text.
So there is our text that I just dictated. And as you can see, it is very accessible. Now that I have dictated some text, let's now see if we have any new buttons that got introduced as a result of typing in a text. Here are the items that we find. I'm going to start from the top left corner and go right from there.
Navigate up button.
There's that navigate up.
Notepad free, edit box, enter title.
And then that's my title. Now I'm going right from there.
Save.
There's a save. And right of that.
Undo.
Undo. Right of that.
More options button.
More options. Let's tap on more options and see what options appear now that we have text.
Keyboard hidden. Pop-up window. Redo.
We got redo.
Undo all.
Undo all.
Share.
Share.
Delete.
Delete.
Print.
Print.
Export to a text file. Categorize. Switch to read mode. Back button out of list.
And back.
Showing.
And that has been Notepad free. As you can see, it is totally accessible.
Thanks for that demo, Warren.